Welcome to New Possibilities. I speak truth to power without fear. So this is going to be another quick hangout before I get ready for work. I saw this article on the root, and I just want to recite a few sections from it and then share my opinion about it. So let me share my screen real quick. Okay, so I saw this story in the root, and basically it talks about how Rihanna tells Trump to stop playing her music at his rallies. So you had this person from the Washington Post by the name of Philip Rucker, and he said, "It's been said a million times, but here's a million and one. Trump's rallies are unlike anything else in politics. Currently, Rihanna's Don't Stop the Music is blaring in Chattanooga as aides toss free Trump t-shirts into the crowd like a ball game. Everybody's loving it." And then somebody tweeted Rihanna, and they showed this video right here. It says, "When Rihanna finds out Trump is using her music at all of her rallies." And it has her like making this face like she's all disappointed or disgusted. It's hilarious. Uh, and then Rihanna responded, you know, she said, "Not for much longer. Me nor my people would ever be at or around one of those tragic rallies. So thanks for the heads up, Philip." So that's what she says in response to his tweet. So, basically she's telling him not to play her music, man. And, probably she's going to have her attorneys send out some cease and desist letter to Trump's people to stop them from playing her music at Trump's rallies. And, I understand why she's doing that. She doesn't want her brand affiliated with a racist. She doesn't want her brand affiliated with a man that separates children from their parents. She don't want her brand affiliated with somebody that's running around here supporting stop and frisk and calling for racial profiling. I mean, who in their right mind would want their brand around something like that or affiliated with that? Who would want their brand associated with a man who bragged about sexually assaulting women? I mean, who in their right mind would want their brand associated with that? Who would want their brand associated with somebody that's trying to take away food stamps and Section 8, somebody that's trying to get rid of so-called Obamacare? No one in their right mind would want their brand associated with this man. Who would want their brand associated with a man who has a political ad that's so racist, even Fox News has to reject it? So, I got to commend Rihanna for basically saying, I'm not going to support this man in any kind of way. I don't want my music affiliated with this ridiculous Trump administration. And those rallies are tragic. I mean, it's just a disaster, man, that you have all these hate mongers that rally around Donald Trump. And I'm so glad that this woman basically said, don't affiliate my music with this clown president, Donald Trump. And one thing that I want to mention before I go is like how she publicly supported Andrew Gillum for governor in Florida. From what I understand, Andrew Gillum lost, but I'm glad that she supported that Black progressive candidate there, used her voice and her audience to, voice her support for this brother. I mean, she realizes that she has influence, and we need more Black entertainers to try to use their influence to make a difference in this society. She has an audience of 65 million followers. And, I'm glad that she used her platform to make her opinions known about very important political issues. So yeah, I just had to hop on here real quick to express my opinions about this, and this is not the first time, this sister is taking a stand. Like, she took a stand against the NFL, as I reported in another video, where they wanted her to perform during the Super Bowl. And she decided that she would not do that because she wanted to support the brother Colin Kaepernick in his protest against police brutality, and to just support him because the NFL has basically persecuted that brother and crucified that brother and blackballed that brother. And she's like, I don't want to be affiliated with the organization that would do that to a black man for protesting against police brutality. So hats off to Rihanna, much respect. And before I go, I'm going to look at your comments real quick. Last time I didn't even get a chance to look at your comments, but I'm going to do so real quick before I sign off. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. This is another one of those hangouts that I meant to do last night, but I just was tired. I just fell out because I had been up since 4 in the morning. When I went to work, it was dark outside, and when I came home from work, it was dark outside. I came home from work at like close to 10 in the evening. So yeah, I was just too tired last night. But I want to thank y'all for tuning in now. Shout out to Lonnie One Love. Shout out to James Hall. Shout out to Concrete Jungle. Shout out to Norman Edwards. Yeah, I mean, that's great that Democrats took the House, man. I could do a whole video on that, but I don't want to go off too far off topic. I may do a video about that later on today when I come home from work. Yeah, I mean, you're right, James Hall. She did show integrity, and she showed principle, because it's easy to go along, to get along, like to be quiet about it and not raise a fuss about it, because people figure if they take a stand on political issues, they'll lose part of their fan base and all that kind of stuff. But the sister basically said enough is enough. Like, she didn't want her brand associated with Donald Trump and his nonsense, Donald Trump and his racism and his sexism, and his xenophobia and all that kind of stuff. So I have to commend the sister for taking a basic stand with a tweet. And she's not the only person that has done this. Pharrell decided that he didn't want Donald Trump playing his music during his rallies as well. So he said he didn't want Donald Trump playing that Happy song and other Pharrell music. So I got to respect these artists, man. I have more respect for artists that take a stand against Donald Trump than I do for these artists that remain silent. And and I'm glad that Kanye West, at least temporarily, came to his senses and realized that he was being pimped by Donald Trump and the Republican Party. So again, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. I truly appreciate it. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Peace.